Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, ready for a little more screaming and shitting among the tenebrous tunnels and darkling deeps of Perfidious Manor, as we circle back for a little more fiends and frenzy action in Darkest Dungeon. And at this point, things have gotten a little Samuel Beckett around the old hamlet. We really are sort of in a situation where there's nothing to be done. We're just sort of idling, killing time, and waiting for Godot. And by Godot, of course, I mean an arbalest, since the arbalest is really the final piece we need to complete the jigsaw puzzle of our low-rank team and begin sending them into the dungeon to battle the new bosses. Sadly, an arbalest has not yet appeared, so we continue to wait. But while we wait, rather than punching each other, contemplating suicide, and arguing about our shoes, it's probably better for us to sprout some luxurious beards, let our hair grow into a leonine mane, slap on a few denim jackets, and complete our transformation to become Bachman Turner Overdrive, the greatest band to ever come out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Because, you know, there's business to be taken care of, and when it comes to taking care of business down in a champion-level dungeon, Bachman Turner Overdrive is all about that shit, baby. All about that shit. So let's head down to the embarkation point here and get started. And if you're asking, yes, I actually did go from a Samuel Beckett reference to a BTO reference just like that. And I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm a man of diverse cultural background and varied taste in art. I'm not going to apologize. Would really like to get Garrett Jacks, Florence Nightingale, Burvident, Faunerin I'm less excited about. Theoretically, we could make a party out of this, but I do want an Arbalester in there, and also, I fucking hate Plague Doctors with the burning passion that is hotter than the seething heart of a neutron star. I really do hate them. But I digress. Let's focus on the task at hand. Level 5 mission, let's put together our best team. Roderick Usher, he's definitely on that team. The man is an unstoppable tank. Well, we're not sending you down into that one, Roderick. Settle down. Let's take a look at what's on the table here. I kind of like this ring. I'm thinking, I kind of like it. 12 accuracy, 5 crit. The dodge penalty's not really a problem, especially if we're going to put it on a leper, which is what I'm thinking we would put it on. Move resist is a bit of a problem since lepers don't really move well. Still, good item, nice gold reward. It is a short mission for champion too. That would probably be our best bet for our first exploration, is a short mission. Feeling like that's pretty good. We do have a medium level mission for a Hunter's Talon. That's also pretty good, and the cash is real lucrative, but medium mission may not be the best for our first bit in the dungeon. This is another short to complete 100% of room battles. What's the goal on this one? Also complete 100% of room battles. Basically, these two have the same reward, and, well, what are you? Crusader's Orders, plus 5 crit if in rank 1, plus 40% to heal skills, and minus 8 dodge. That's also real good. Man. This would be good on... There's so many people that this would be good on, however. Not necessarily. You know, it'd be really good on Highwayman as well. I think we got to do the skirmish here. I like this one best. That ring is really, really solid. So let's do it. First time in long mission, we're going to way over-prepare on this one with regard to food and whatnot, just because I'm going to be abundantly cautious. Randolph Carter, damn Skippy, you're going, sir, and I think we have no doubt in our mind that we're going to need half-cock Jack for this one. Actually, let's swap up Jack. This is not a named... Really, this is not a named group. This is possibly my favorite group composition in the game, and it didn't get a name? I feel kind of slighted by that. I really do. Why are you wearing a Drifter's Buckle, half-cock Jack? Don't we have better trinkets for you? Shouldn't you have a dodgy sheath somewhere? Or did we give that to our other Highwayman? We may have given that to our other Highwayman, now that I think about it. Where, and he is where, by the way? Fagin. Fagin has no trinkets. Never mind, I have no idea who we gave that to. At one point, you had a dodgy sheath. Did they change the dodgy sheath? I bet they changed it. They did, in fact, change it. All right, then. Very interesting. All right, well, do we have any Highwayman trinkets that are better? Let's take a look and see what we've got for the Highwayman. Vestal, Hellion. We have another Drifter's Buckle. Alright, so basically you've got about as good as we can get you. These are vastly different now. Plus 10% trash, disarm, plus 4 dodge, minus 5 stress heal. I don't really like that. Minus 6 accuracy to the range skills for the dodgy sheath. When did that become a thing? No, we need to get rid of those. Can we unequip these? I don't want to wear these anymore. The Drifter's Buckle's still okay. Man, I'm real sad about what they did to the Dachi Sheath. It used to be so good. Alright, well, let's sort them by rarity then, I guess. Martyr Seal, that's garbage. Also garbage. Lucky Talisman, you can't use. A Moon Ring, don't want. Fasting Seal's trash. Sniper's Ring, it's not going to do you any good. I like it, but it's not going to do you any good. The Lepers are leper only, of course. A Grave Robber. I'm real upset what they did to the Dodgy Sheath. The Seer Stone, actually, we might theoretically be forced to wear. Redemption Armlet, that's Hellion only, blah, blah, blah. Do we have anything that will be useful here? Jester, Highwayman, Occultist, Vestal. All of this stuff is class-specific. Eldritch Slayer's Ream, we might consider if we were going down to fight Eldritch, but we're not. Caution Cloak is terrible. This stuff is all... You know, we should actually just sell all this junk. Why is this shit even still in our inventory, actually? Like, for instance, this Blightstone, that's gotta go. That's trash. I don't want to equip it, I want to sell it. Sell, yes. Yes. Debuff Charm, garbage, you can go. Bleed Charm, garbage, you can go. Dodge Stone, yeah, we may wind up having to wear one. Bleed Stone, you're gone. Move Stone, you're way gone. Blight Charm, good day, sir. Disease Charm, same to you. Stun Charm, also gone. I'll hang on to one Move Stone. The Protection Stone I actually kind of like. That one I'm definitely hanging on to. Stun Charm, you can go. We have another one. An accurate... Yeah, we'll keep one Accuracy Stone. Blight Charm, you're gone. Stun Charm, you're gone. Disease Charm, you're gone. Bleed Charm, also gone. Yeah, Dazzling Charm. Caution Cloak, we'll hang on to. The Speed Stone, I'm never going to wear it. So that's it, huh? This is the best we can do? So I guess it's just extra Drifter's Buckles, then. I am sad. We need to look and see if we can get some better Highwayman trinkets. Alright, well, that's got Half-Cocked Jack sorted. Swordsman's Crew, that's still fine. The Ancestral Ring is plus protection and plus max HP. Okay, so at least they didn't screw up Roderick Usher's trinkets. His are still solid. Occultist Kettle, still good. Minus 10% Virtue Chance. That's so fucking unlikely that minus Virtue Chance. I don't even care. It has like a 10% chance anyway. That might as well just say no Virtue Chance. Plus 5 accuracy to range skills. Minus 2 crit to range skills. Do we have something that's giving us plus crit? We're actually trading up for a minus crit overall. Now we have plus 1 from our trinkets. Then we should, minus 2. Oh, that's to range skills only. You know what? I'm comfortable with that. Unless Weird Reconstruction counts as range. It does not. Okay, then yeah, I'm totally comfortable with that. Your skills are fine. And you only have a stum... Oh, we need the Puff Puff Pass scroll. Also, why are you wearing that? That's not very good. Can we do better for a vessel? I hope that didn't unequip everything from everybody, or I'm going to be real salty. Fuck me. Alright then. That's going to be fun. So let's waste some more time re-equipping everyone. Brilliant. Glad I clicked that button. So what did he have? He did not have a Dodgy Sheath. He didn't have a Worry Stone. He was wearing 2 Highwayman's Buckles. That's what it was. 2 Drifter's Buckles, rather. Roderick, you had on this ring. And then something that was Crusader only, I believe, right? Like this? No. This? No. This thing? No. Sniper's Ring? No. Warrior's Cap? No. Where is it? This thing wasn't a Profane Scroll. That's the Puff Puff Pass Scroll. Wasn't a Hunter's Talent. Warrior's Bracer? That was it, maybe. I like that. Except that... Was that it? Dodge Stone. Move Stone. Protection Stone. It actually... Yeah, that actually was it. Alright, that's fine. Roderick. So, Randy, let's get you your shit back then. You had this big pot. Yeah, you had a pot. And then also you had... Let's just sort him. It wasn't... The other thing he was wearing wasn't... I was going to sort him by class restriction, but the other thing he was wearing didn't have a class restriction, as I recall. Was it this? No. It's pretty good, though. Sniper's Ring, Warrior's Cap. What was it that you were wearing? It wasn't a Dodge Stone, I'm sure about that. It had a critical penalty on it. I remember that. I don't really... I gotta say, I don't really care for the way these things sorted. Sort them by rarity. This is real irritating. I apologize for the delay here. There it is. Plus 5% accuracy to range skills. Actually, that was not it. Or was it? Was it? Alright, good. Fine. Whatever. That's what you're wearing. I don't care at this point. I just want to get this done. I want to get over with. Sort these by character class, because her stuff will be Vestor only. She was wearing 2 Vestal trinkets. I know the Puff Puff Pass Scroll was one of those, which they have changed. Minus 30% to heal skills? Yeah, they have definitely changed that. That can fuck right off. We are not wearing that piece of shit at all. So let's look for Vestal trinkets then. Man, that thing is bad. Virtuous Chalice, plus 10% virtue chance. Well, that's not good. Tome of Holy Healing is real good. We used to run with the Tome of Holy Healing and the Profane Scroll, but we won't be doing that anymore. Plus 5 protection, minus 10% damage. That's actually pretty good for the Youth Chalice. We'd make do with that if we had to. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Youth Chalice. Sold. Alright then. That's our team. Let's get them provisioned since it's been like 10 minutes now while I've fucked around with trinkets. Food. We're going to take a lot of food. I think 3 full stacks of food. That's the most food I've ever taken into a dungeon. 4 shovels. You know what? This is a short mission. I don't need 4 shovels, actually. Let's sell 2 of those back. 2 shovels is probably enough. 1 of everything else except keys and torches. Or 1 of everything else except torches. On a short mission, I'm taking 12 torches. Torchlight shouldn't go down any faster because we're in a higher level dungeon. Really, food is the thing to worry about. So let's get to work here. Taking care of business and working overtime. Look out. Dun-dun-dun-dun. 'Cause the dungeon is filled with enemies. They're gonna eat your liver, and I actually don't know how this song goes. I'm just winging it right now. It sounds like shit. I should stop. I really should stop. Yeah. Alright then. Let's take a look at our map. Well, on the plus side, we have a very, very short dungeon. On the drawback side, the layout of said dungeon is kind of shitty. It's not the worst we've ever seen, but given the fact that it's a grand total of 7 rooms, would be pretty hard pressed to make it shittier, actually. Lash of the Tail for Randy Carter, adroit dodge, of course, from the Occultist, getting some nice work done for us there. How do we want to handle this with Maddie? Nobody's hurt yet, so we don't need any healing. Let's go for some kills. Madeline Usher starting out strong, getting that guy halfway dead. Roderick Usher's going to finish him off for certainty. Yep. Nicely done. Little bump in the night. 1 damage because Roderick Usher is a goddamn indestructible fucking tank. Huge shot from Randolph Carter. Nice stress reduction across the board, and that's going to give Randy... had a chance to put that man in the ground, did not seize the chance. Lash of the Tail. 0 damage because, again, Roderick Usher is a goddamn indestructible tank. The man cannot be stopped. He's like an Abrams tank, folks. He really is. It takes some serious fucking ordnance to even phase Roderick Usher. Most of the time, he doesn't even notice his foes are there. Going for the group heal just to make sure everybody's fully patched up. And I feel like I may have brought way, way, way too much food. Then again, as the old saying goes, better safe than sorry, and I would prefer safeness to sorriness, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Probably could have gotten away with no torches in this dungeon, also as short as it is, but given the fact also that our every interactable is also a torch, again, we probably could have gotten by without torches. 2 at 7 rooms, maybe all of the torches we need, and we found both of those. His room is empty. On to the next room then. Got a box here. Who looks in boxes? Randolph. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to switch to Randolph Carter so he could look in this box, because Randolph Carter is the man who looks in boxes, and he finds a stashed heirloom. One of these days, he's going to open that up, and it's going to be Gwyneth Paltrow's head, and Half-Cocked Jack is just going to freak out and go, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" And then Randolph Carter's just going to pick the head up and go, "It's a head," and then just be all nonchalant and casual about it, and Half-Cocked Jack is going to freak right the fuck out. It's going to be brilliant. Another empty room, which is less brilliant. A hunger prompt? Sure, we've gone all of a dozen feet. I can see why we'd be hungry. I'm a little peckish myself. I mean, it's been all of, what, like 2-3 minutes, maybe? That's some tiring fucking work. I mean, shit. Hobbits don't eat that much. Gotta have second breakfast, 11sies, 12sies, afternoon tea, luncheon, all of the other meals that we made up. You guys are making me a little salty. Surprisingly, because you're doing fine as far as the dungeon goes, but my saltiness is unrelated to the dungeoneering. That is pretty fucking saltifying, however. Once again, Roderick Usher does not give a single fuck about damage. I'm telling you, I love that guy. Bone Royalty taking 12 right in the pie hole. If we could get that guy killed before he gets a chance to throw a goblet of blood in somebody's face, I would be quite pleased. Again, Roderick Usher not giving a single fuck. Tempting Goblet's gonna hit half-cock Jack. You know what? 16 stress is not really an enormous drawback. We'll slide him forward. Didn't get the kill on the Bone Royalty. That's okay. Madeline Usher can't do shit from the front position, so we're gonna move her back. We could go for the Jacques here. I really think it's probably the right idea. I'd love to get the Bone Royalty, but I don't think we just can't do it. I mean, there's no thinking about it. We literally can't hit the guy. Madeline Usher, only 13 stress. At this point, most of our guys have quite a bit of stress resist, so the stress attack's not really doing us a whole lot of harm. As are those bleed attacks, likewise doing us not a fucking whole lot of harm. Massive critical from the Jackinator. Why does Jackinator sound like a bad euphemism for some sort of dungeoneering sex toy? Haha, Randolph Carter getting the kill with the weakening hex from the back row and getting a little bit of stress relief. Madeline Usher's gonna patch us up. A critical heal on herself for a massive 1 healing, because that's all she was down. Roderick Usher with the final smiting blow. And we have yet to use any of the torches we brought with us, so I'd like to point out we are still fully on found torches at this point. Little sack here. Let's have old Randy take a peek. Sack's contents are mine. 1,000 gold. That was quite a worthwhile sack. We're absolutely going to throw our holy water in this motherfucker. Valuables remain. That is a well worthwhile haul. 2,250 gold in there. That's a solid urn full of treasure right there. God damn, that actually probably paid for the ridiculous amount of food that we brought that we aren't going to eat. I always feel guilty when wasting food, man. Somewhere there's a starving kid who needs that food, and, well, since I bought it and threw it on the floor in a dungeon, that kid is not going to get the food that he needs. I feel guilty about it. I kind of really do. 22 damage is a fine start from Half-Cock Jack. We're going to go... Massive critical shot from Randolph Carter. Look at the health on these sharpshooters, though. Those guys have 35 apiece. That is a considerable amount of health, actually. 18 damage from Roderick Usher on the smite. I'm quite glad we got the surprise here. Otherwise, we could be in for a not necessarily good time. Little dodge. That's unfortunate, but I feel we made a good start considering we got the surprise. You know, we might be better off here to just go for the... Booyah! Absolutely better off. Some stress relief all around and a nice shot from Half-Cock Jack. Little Madeline Usher taking 1 damage from the quarrel. That was a pretty goddamn unimpressive blow, sir. Randolph Carter firing back much better with 11 damage of his own. And do we Holy Lance? I think not, actually. Let's just keep smiting away at the Bone General. That guy has a ton of health. Madeline Usher getting it done this time and getting a 1-point heal. She's at full health, 0 stress. Ground pound sucks real hard. Fortunately, everybody resisted the stun except Randolph Carter. This guy's gonna do it again. Holy shit balls! So yeah, that didn't do us a whole hell of a lot of good. That was a ton of damage. And suddenly, we've got a number of people who are very badly injured. You know what? I think we gotta go for the kill here. I don't think we can afford to get ground pounded again. That guy thumped the shit out of us. Sure, it was a critical and that's ridiculously unlucky, but still, man, that's a thorough pummeling. So let's eat this food. I think we'll just have everyone eat till we're full. We brought way too much food as it is. So we'll have everybody eat 4 food. Because 4 is the most you can eat now. You get full after 4. Actually, Randolph Carter doesn't even need a full 4. And let's open this chest up. It's an heirloom chest. I'm still going to use the key. Hidden compartment. Another torch. Okay. 2 citrines. I'll take it. That's a gold equivalent. Not necessarily the best gold per inventory ratio on citrine, but he takes what you can get. You gotta be kidding me with the fucking torches here. The dungeon really wants us to have a high light level because despite having maximum light right now, we have more light now than we had when we started the fucking... or more torches now than we had when we started the goddamn dungeon. That's unfortunate. The stress is more unfortunate because I'd like to point out whatever stress these troopers get is what they're going to have at the end of the mission. We have no way to camp and reduce stress. No firewood. No opportunity to use our camping skills. And you know what? Camping skills are actually something we definitely need to invest in for this team. I have never bought a camping skill at the Survivalist, and I feel somewhat remiss in the fact that I have not. Let's see if Half-Cock Jack actually will eat anymore. No, peaceful. An Iron Maiden. Well, I think medicinal herbs. We've got them. Might as well toss them in there, clean that bad boy out. Another emerald and an anti-venom. Not necessarily stoked about the anti-venom, but the emerald at least paid for the medicinal herbs that we used to clarify, or cleanse the Iron Maiden. This could be very dangerous, actually. Not the 0 damage resisted bleed attack, that's not what I was talking about. But if we get some unfortunate criticals here, we could be looking at a lot of stress for a lot of our team. We really got to keep this one wide open. I'm glad we're in a high light environment. If we had gotten a bunch of criticals from this, this could have gone very badly for us. Probably not the best use of healing resources there. We would have been much better off to just straight up one-shot heal half-cock Jack, which is what we're going to do right now. 8 damage. Critical heals on the weird reconstruction are nothing short of amazing. They're so good, of course, because the occultist has a huge bonus innately to criticals. And when he criticals a weird reconstruction, look out. Boy, holy, it does some healing. Little Divine Grace, getting 9 out of that. That's solid. Half-cock Jack's pumped back up, ready to rock. Give him a Grape Shot Blast. Probably not the best choice there. We should have probably dashed back to the front and take a shot at the Fusilier back there. Would have likely been the better choice. Randolph Carter with a little bit of damage from the 3rd row. Here comes the Blanket Fire. Mostly dodged, and the 2 that hit actually both did 0 damage. That's fantastic. I'm telling you, Roderick Usher is a fucking indestructible tank. The double crit is unfortunate, and this is the exact situation I was worried about right here. Is just getting a bunch of criticals piled up on us. You'll also note the enemy very much focused firing half-cock Jack because he has the least health. He's getting a kind of unfortunate level of attention here. We gotta get this bastard dead. I do not want a critical blanket fire. I very much do not. There's some good output from Roderick Usher. Not kill-worthy output, but still a solid contribution. Madeline Usher does not give a single fuck about your whipping. 6 damage around on the bleed, though. That's a little unfortunate. I want this guy dead. I'm not taking an AoE critical from that bastard. I'm simply not gonna do it. Like George H.W. Bush, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Let's go for the heal across the board. 10 aggregate healing, solid. Roderick Usher didn't necessarily need it, but he is getting lashed something serious. Big bleed on Rod. Bleeding not really a problem. You know what? Kill this man. There we go. Jack getting a little bit of that stress back. We're still going in for stress relief because I can't go into another high-level dungeon. I'm simply not going to go in with any stress at all. That's the thing that's not going to happen. Is he going to put the weakening hex on that guy? He's marked but not debuffed. It's fine. 18 damage. Roderick Usher continues his solid output and his campaign of indestructibility. You know, when you literally can't be killed, you don't need to do 50 damage a swing. When you take 0 from nearly every attack, you can afford to take a few shots. So this should be end of mission, but we can't confirm. We're gonna have half-cock Jack eat up a bunch of food. This is mostly just to make space for us. We don't really need the key. These torches, though, likely could go. Let's use this on Maddie. We'll pick up the citrines. I would rather have a key than anti-venom, honestly. That's end of dungeon anyway. Rod, why don't you take a... You know what? Nah. Madeline Usher is actually the one unit that won't need. That's completely empty anyway. Do we go? Let's go for the last room. I don't really see any disadvantage. I mean, we know what's in there. We're going to have to disarm one trap, which is fine. Half-cock Jack is quite good at disarming traps. We're not worried about the stress because everybody's going in for stress relief anyway. So not really an issue. Technically, we're going to be getting a net loss on this mission as it stands because I bought way, way too much food. That's okay, though. We might as well see what this last collectible is. We did get 2,500 gold out of a single collectible. And Half-cock Jack with his bonuses to disarm. What is it that you put on this? You could put a torch on it to max your light. You know what? Let's just look. I don't even care. An accident occurs during... whatever. We don't need to walk any further. This dungeon's over. So we're going to bail. 9,000 in raw gold. We are definitely going to turn a profit on this mission, then. We completely did not spend almost 20 grand in preparations. We spent way too much, but we did pick up a fantastic ancestral artifact. You know, that might be good for Half-cock Jack. Bonus accuracy and crit. That would be that's really good for a lot of people, actually. It's not just the highwayman. That's really good for a number of different classes. And we got a few guys closing in on Resolve rank 6. Let's see what abilities we picked up. Unquiet Mind, may not meditate, not really a problem. Clutch Hitter is huge. I love that ability. Roderick, Thanatophobia, again, not really a huge problem. Slayer of Beasts is good. Randolph Carter is a Ruminator. That's just all bad. Penalty to stress healing. Not a huge problem, but still. And Madeline Usher is Stout, which is handy. Alright, so we did okay. We're going to take our top 4 team there. We're going to make sure they're as good as possible. Garrett Jax is now a drunk. That's not really a problem. Drinking is cheap. He also relieved a ton of stress from the drinking, so if that's what he wants to do, I say let the man drink. Let's head to the sanitarium. We're going to try and keep our top team here in absolute 100% fighting trim. You have a lot of bad quirks here. Dark Temptation, believes he's anemic is bad. Resolution, will never drink, and Ruminator. Let's get rid of Ruminator. Roderick, what have you got? You're God-fearing, which is not really a problem. Demonomania, well, get rid of Thanatophobia. Don't really like that one. Can we upgrade the sanitarium yet? No, we still do not have enough bus. Jesus, man, this takes a lot of bus. Only need 36 crests, which we have a ton of. We are going to use some, though, on the survivalist, I admit. I have been remiss... Yeah, we can afford it. Let's upgrade it. I have been remiss in assigning people camping skills. I'm going to try and be better about that. In fact, let's take a look at these camping skills. Encourage I really like. Wound Care, I'm not so much a fan of. Pep Talk, also not so much a fan of. Revel is quite good for individual stress. Pick that up. You do not have Sharpened Spear. You absolutely got to have Sharpened Spear, Candy Jade. Madeline Usher, let's buy you a couple as well. You do not have Encourage. I want you to have Encourage. Pray. Sanctuary's pretty good. I do like it. What is this? Pep Talk? I'm not... Pray. Pray is okay. I mean, it's expensive time, but it is all companion stress reduction. Let's pick that up as well. Jack, let's take a look and see what you got. I know you got clean guns. It's one of the better buffs in the game till the good old Man-at-Arms came along, and the Man-at-Arms ability makes clean guns look like fucking puke. Gallows Humor is actually pretty good. I really like that. Uncatchable, also pretty good, actually. We'll pick it up. Oh, we were not done there. Excuse me, game. We were not done. Doctor Strange. What do you got here? Dark Strength. You know, honestly, Dark Strength is actually pretty good. In the right situations, you can really make good use of that plus 20 damage bonus. Unspeakable Commune. It's okay. Encourage also good. Wound Care. I rarely heal in camp. It's not really an issue for me. He already has Pep Talk. That's probably fine. I'm not really too worried about anything else going on there. Let's get Lucy Pevensey and Deckard some skills as well. Wound Care and Pep Talk, man. Bless I do like. Sanctuary, I think we could go without. Deckard, let's get you toted out here. This is how we do it. I like. That's okay. Plan Takedown. Plan Takedown is actually in the right situations pretty good, especially if you're camping before a boss fight. Scout Ahead's alright. Everybody needs Encourage. You always gotta have Encourage. And I think that's probably all we'll do in that department. Now for the important moment. We gotta find an Arbalester. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Still no Arbalester? Mucident. That sounds like a medication one would take when your lungs are filled with phlegm and you're looking to expel said phlegm from your lungs. Man, I was like, give me some Mucident, man. Anyway. Still no Arbalester. So the Fab 4 down here at the bottom may be going into a level 1 dungeon. Probably that's exactly what we'll do on our next mission. While we sort of wait, we can give him a little bit of, I don't know, kind of, I want to say preemptive, but a little bit of early leveling. Just give him a jump on our Arbalester. Arbalesters are fantastic, and if we need to, probably good enough that we can drag one through a level 5 dungeon like we did with our Man-at-Arms. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up now, though. Really nothing left on the plate. If you enjoyed the episode, of course, drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon, consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.